family, welcome back to another Menu Monday. Today I have 3 new recipes and 1 oldie but goodie. Let's get cooking. For this recipe, the first thing we're going to do is cut the cube steak into 1-inch pieces. And then in our shallow pie plate to my side, you add 6 tablespoons of flour and then salt, pepper, garlic powder to taste. And then you mix that well with the fork, and that's what you're going to put your meat in. Alright, I've put the oil on medium-high, and now I'm going to place the meat that's covered in the flour mixture into the pan to fry it up. You want to shake off any excess flour. You just saute these for a few minutes, just enough to brown the meat, and then turn them over, brown the other side, and then remove with a slotted spoon or tongs, which is what I believe I used, and put it on a paper towel lined plate. You don't want to crowd this meat up, so do it in 2, maybe 3 batches depending on how much you're using. This gets a lovely crisp on it too. Once everything's browned up, put it in the Instant Pot liner, and then get all those brown bits off the bottom of the frying pan to give more flavor to the meat and the broth. We're going to add 2 1/4 cups of beef broth and mix it gently. I just gave it a stir. We're going to cook this manual for 20 minutes. And while that's cooking, you make your rice. We did a quick release. We've removed the lid and it's actually ready to serve. However, I found that the liquid was a little too runny, so I decided to make a cornstarch slurry, which is just your cornstarch, a little bit of water, mix it up. Put the pot back into the Instant Pot and sauteed it on low and just stirred it until it thickened up. Didn't take very long at all. You can do this if you find it to be a little too liquidy for you, otherwise you can just serve it with prior to doing that. Here's the finished plate. It was really, really good. I hope you try it. Here are your ingredients. The first thing I did was spray my baking sheet with non-stick cooking spray, and I'm adding my chicken breasts. I had 3 very large breasts, so I cut them in half to give myself 6 thinner pieces. The first thing we do is spread the pesto on top of the chicken breast. Now I did mine very thick. We really like pesto, but until you've had it, I would go a little lighter on it. And if you like it, you can smother it like I do. Next, we're going to add slices of mozzarella cheese. You can also use shredded mozzarella. I've done that in the past. This cheese is about $6 at Walmart, I think $6.50. But it does bump it up a notch. Now we're going to do some sliced tomatoes. I use the beefsteak tomatoes. You can use smaller tomatoes and put more halves on it, but whatever you do, cut them in half. Now for some pepper on top. We're going to bake this 350 degrees for 30 minutes or until the chicken is cooked through. Now I put this one in propane oven and I put the grilled vegetables in the Emeril Lagasse Power Air Fryer. And with these vegetables, I just cut them up. I wash them, cut them up, add olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic powder and onion powder to taste, and then I cook these on 350 for about 20-25 minutes until they get to the brownness that you like and the tenderness. This chicken pesto is really, really good. I hope you try it. It was one of my favorites from this week. I'll have your ingredients at the end here. This meal is an oldie but a goodie, and on nights that I'm generally not filming is the nights that I'll do our favorites. You know, I only publish 4 a week and we eat 7 meals, so I wanted to film this one for you because it's one of those that I use on days that I have tons to do and no time to cook. All you do is throw in the meatballs and the spaghetti sauce, cook it for 4 hours on low, and then when you can even leave it, you know, on keep warm until you're ready to eat. And then all you do is toast your sub rolls, put the meatballs in there and top it with mozzarella. It doesn't get any easier. I've made this several times before on the channel, but I wanted to remind everybody of a night that you don't have to worry or fuss about. And it tastes really good too. I'll have your ingredients at the end here and also on the website rvlifeintheusa.com. Hope you give it a try. The first thing I'm doing for this recipe is browning the ground beef. I want to cook that until it's no longer pink. Then we're going to drain it and add the taco seasoning. And I'm just following the directions on the package. Once your meat's done, you're going to spray your pan with some non-stick cooking spray. And then using some flour, we're going to roll out our biscuits. And you want to make them about 6 inches in diameter. This is the first time I've made these, and the ingredients was just hamburger and cheese for this, but I have seen recipes where you add like diced potatoes or maybe some carrots, and I'll put those in the optional ingredients for you in case you want to do that. But these were just very simple and very good. Once you've got your filling in, just fold it over and then use a fork to seal it. I used water on the edges. You can use egg, whichever you prefer, but the water worked well. Alright, just speeding this up. We're going to get them all on our baking sheet, and these are cooked per instructions on the biscuits. So I think I did 350 and maybe 15 minutes. And just take them out when they're brown enough for you, because the filling's already cooked. And then on the side, I made some Mexican rice, and all I do is put the rice in there to brown it a little bit, about 3 to 4 minutes. And then I add in everything else, which is beef broth, chili powder, garlic salt, cumin, and tomato sauce. I'm going to mix this, and then I'm going to bring it to a boil and then simmer on low for 25 minutes. And here we go, everything ready. It was really good. Here's your ingredients, and I'll have the rice recipe on the website rvlifeintheusa.com. I hope you enjoyed this week's Menu Monday. I'll be back for another Menu Monday next week. Y'all have a great week. Love y'all. Bye-bye.